Hey, there I am. Wherever I go, I'm there. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Zach Thong, good to see you. Welcome. Looks like you're here you're first right after Six Sensibilia. Um, so anyway, it's good to see you. It's good to have you here. Feeling under the weather. I've been really tired. Marshall says my bedtime is 8 o'clock, but here we are at 10. Um, I just got something to eat. I already took my meds and took care of that, so I'm all ready to go. Oh, yes, my least favorite job ever, the laundry. The job that's never finished. It's just not. Even if you do the laundry naked, you still got a dirty towel or something because you showered. I mean, there's something. There's always some damn thing to do. Can't get away from the laundry. I got a basket of it right over there. Saying gonna have to wash me in a week. I always wait until I'm nearly out of clothing. That's not true. Um, you know, stay at home most of the time. I don't wear a lot of extra clothing. Mark's gas station, welcome. Camellia is here. Hello, welcome. Good to see you both. Good to see you both. So I don't know how long I'm gonna last tonight, but I'm here. I'd already scheduled the live, so I didn't see any point. I mean, we're here. But you might as well canceling it didn't seem to make much sense. So I mean, it's just confessions. How hard can it be? Um, and tonight's topic, it's still on the power and control whore that I am. Um, and some of that's legit OCD, and some of it's just because I like to be in control. I don't like to feel like I don't have control of a given situation. The positive or negative really doesn't enter into it. Hey, Charlie, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Ruby's been keeping me company through this. We'll call it an illness, although I'm not truly sick yet. Kinda, but not. I don't know. It's complicated. Lord Spike Protein. All hail, Lord Spike. Man, it's good to see you guys coming in here. Uh, it's nice to see familiar faces, so to speak. I don't really know truly what most of you look like. I mean, yes, I know we have our things there, but for those of us that don't go live, for those of you that don't go live, we've never seen your face live. We don't know. I mean, you could have gotten some picture off of I don't want to be me.com. I think that's a thing. Anyway, I'm making that up. Um, but I'm really glad to see you guys here. But still talking about the power and control thing. I tend to be a fairly dark human being. Not only do I prefer things to be dark, so to speak, the bright lights in me are not a thing. Um, I always look forward to turning off my plant light because that means that it's going to be dimmer in here. Now, I do have. Here, let me take this off because I thought I was going to play a little bit, but not yet. And I don't know if at all. I did warm up a little bit. I did tune it. Well, I didn't have to tune it, but let me show you here. I, I went through my collection of chords, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. Let me see if I can get a better. Let's try this. There you go. So, uh, anyway, that's just a screensaver thing that I've got on that TV now. It's connected to the computer, and I don't use it for anything but that. It looks great. And it looks cool. I got the 4K one that's like 12 hours long. I just don't listen to it's muted. So that's a thing. Anyway, thought you guys might find that interesting. But it has nothing to do with tonight's topic, which is darkness. I prefer darkness. I've always been a night owl. I prefer to go out at night and hang out and be out until all hours. And so that's just something I've always liked to do. Before my vision started getting worse, I preferred to drive at night. Um, but now that the night vision and night blindness are issues, not something I'm going to do. Oh, congratulations, Zach. Good to know you got your microphones. Cool. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what kind of microphones you got too. Yeah, Charlie, we don't know what you look like. Yeah, it's complicated, and you wouldn't understand. Oh, I know you look like your picture. I was talking about when you see somebody face to face and in person, it's different. It's different than looking at a two-dimensional photograph or even a video. It's just different. There's an exchange of more than just the visual. There's the sensual as well, and I don't mean anything weird. So get your mind out of the damn gutter. I'm just talking about sensual as in sensory. Seeing them physically, they're smelling their cologne, hearing the rustle of their clothing, the grip of their hand, whether male or female, doesn't matter. You're still going to get an impression from that handshake. Or even if it's not a true handshake, maybe it's just one of those, touchy-feely reach out and, oh, look, I'm going to touch your hand. I don't understand that thing. I'm like, this is me. I'm like, hi. But anyway, back to being dark. I tend to be, I'm a pessimistic optimist. I'll just put that out there. I expect the worst to happen. I expect the worst from humanity when I'm in the publics and I have to people. I expect the worst. I hope for the best. I want people to surprise me. I don't want them to fall to my low level of expectation for what they do. And there's a dichotomy here. I've used this as a form of power and control over people, both to manipulate and to intimidate. But interestingly, it's also something you're going to find this interesting, or at least I hope you will. Mark Tanner, welcome. You're going to find this interesting. And that's that as judgmental as I am and as negative as I am about people, I hate it when I prove somebody wrong. I don't always show it outwardly, but internally I always feel guilty when I've proven someone wrong, whether it be a family member or a friend or just a person on the other side of the counter. And I think that's because of my past with anger and my negativity. Lewitt LCT 240. I'm not familiar with that one, but I am going to have to check that out. I will take those numbers and I will look them up and see what they're all about. So with my pessimistic optimism and my general negative outlook, I expect the worst first. I don't hope for the best first. I expect the worst first. I hope for the best and to be surprised that someone is more human than I expected them to be. But that's a really sad place to come from. And it sets up your thinking for a lot of, I'm just going to call them pitfalls, because it leads you down a very rocky road, and one negative builds on another negative, builds on another negative. As a funny example, when I'm coaching drivers going to the store and I'm following behind, I don't know, Madam Blue Hair, okay, we'll just put it that way, read between the lines however you want. Um, and she's going along at about 23 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. I don't, I there's no positivity from me to her when I'm coaching her on how to drive. So but I expect her to be that way. I expect that when I go out and drive, I'm going to find shitty drivers that don't have any courtesy and don't understand the simplicity of right of way. The standoff at a four-way stop, because apparently nobody read the book that explains what right of way means and how to handle yourself at a four-way stop, or a signal light that's not working properly, so it's flashing red and it becomes a four-way stop. They're all in that book, folks. But anyway, my point is, overall, I'm a negative person. You guys see it in my humor. Yep. Mark Tanner, 100%. Expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed. That is 100% true. And it is, unfortunately, exactly what my brain says. But I took it a step further and I use it as a tool to manipulate people and get the outcome that I wanted. Whether that be to control what they were doing or get them to do something else or see something a different way. We're not talking about salesmanship here. We're talking about blatant manipulation. Taking somebody's desire to not or to do something and changing it and making them think it's their idea. It's, or their fault. That can work too. But I hate being disappointed. And I am disappointed almost every time I prove somebody wrong or I show someone an error, and prove a point, so to speak. It's not just, hey, you got the volume should be down at, unity. That's not the kind of thing we're talking about here. And everybody's here is pretty smart. You all know that. That is noteworthy. I can't take that any way but positive, Lord Spike. It's in effect an amends for an abuser in what you described. You've had peace. You've forgiven her for what she did. And that's part of what I'm doing myself right now. Forgiving people for wrongs they have done, whether perceived or real, makes no difference. A lot of anger towards my mother, my father, my grandparents. Felt like they all kind of stepped out on me. They just abandoned me and left me hanging. I should be thinking error. I should be bitching about taking care of my parents right now. Dealing with problems of deciding on care and maybe homes or what is that do they need specialized. I missed all that. Briefly had to help with my grandparents as their health failed, but they failed so quickly that did not last very long. I helped with my father's care as he died of terminal cancer, but I was 13 years old. A lot of the impact of that was lost on me until I was older. So, but that's fantastic because the end result is getting the peace, um, and removing negativity from your life. Negativity doesn't necessarily mean a negative influence from outside. It can, but it can also mean something that you're just harboring negatively. And you forgiving her released you from holding the negative energy associated with any kind of disdain or problems that you would have had arising from that. And I think that's a great thing. Yeah, I struggle with that, Charlie. That's a great point. I like that, but it's a great point. Um, yes, absolutely. Um, as judgmental as I've been for other people, about other people, and as much as I've been imposing and overbearing and abusive and all the other things, um, the forgiveness that was given to me by my victims is I can't even describe how that feels in words. Um, Being able to feel that peace, that freedom. My son called me earlier tonight just to check in with me about he had a question about some trivial thing. It was great to get to talk to him for a few minutes. You know, he's doing something at the store and he had his youngest hanging on his coattails and trying to get him to stop getting into things. You know, he's raising the kids right. But that's a positive experience I get to have now because they forgave me and because I've decided to get that negative energy out. I'm trying to find a way to stop looking at proving someone wrong when I'm not trying to manipulate them as a bad thing I should feel guilty about. Um, Proving a point to be correct or factual isn't abusive. It's just not. Um, and the more I've gotten into doing that, the better I've felt about it, and the more things have worked out for me. It's I'm really hard on myself. I'm probably harder on myself than my victims were, honestly. And there are many, many truths in saying that other people have forgiven me that I did abusive things towards, but I have not forgiven myself for all of that yet. Some of it, yes, but there's still plenty I have to work through. And getting out of the depression has been a key to finding that. Um, I don't mind my dark humor, but I don't want to be a dark human being. I don't care if I like it dark in my room, around me, I like the lights dimmed down, or I prefer to go play around when it's dark outside. Excellent. I will be happy to check that out, Lord Spike. That's exactly what this was for, is to share information that we all have and all things. It's that's fantastic. So yeah, absolutely. Hey Preston, good to see you. Good to see you. I've missed you. I've been a little under the weather, not feeling super duper wonderful myself. Um, and Matter of fact, I feel a little irpy right now. I'm not sure how long I'll last tonight, but we're going to try. We're going to give this a good old fashioned Falcro try. I was going to come up with a new Falcroism, but I fucked that up. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. You just take care of you. Don't worry about sending me no healing vibes. You know, I probably just ate something. That's usually what happens. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell Maggie I said hello. Uh, if she's not near enough that she just heard me say that. So, oh my goodness. I absolutely hope that from all of this, me going through these things, I'm doing it for myself, yes. I forgot to put that on Do Not Disturb. Um, I That made me lose my whole train of thought. Let me go turn on the DND here so that maybe if I get my train of thought back on the right track, we don't get disturbed so it comes off the track again. Do not disturb. All right. Until I turn it off. Could be. Could be. I think that could very well be true. But absolutely, share information, put links out there. I go back and grab those after the live is over and throw those in there. So definitely do that and keep that going around. Ah, yeah. Let's see right there. Thank you. Uh, 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 uh. Man, StreamYard, just let me copy and paste from the chat in StreamYard. Seriously, it's a simple thing. In YouTube chat, I can just click on that. It takes me there. Now, here, I understand you're not going to have it set up so that you do links in here, and I'm cool with that. But holy crap, let me right click, drag, copy, and paste, please. Anyway, all right, that soapbox is broken now completely. So here, I'll do it this way. I'll go over here to this, and then I'll click on that, and then I go over here to this, and I go to the live button right here, and then I click on that so we don't get that. Bro, I turned 60 in 3 months, March, April, May. Two months. Almost to the day. I turned 60. I made it to my sixth decade on this planet. I'm surprised I lived past 40. Man, it just blows me away. But yeah, it's and then with my heart condition, once again, part of my negativity, but it is me. Um, I look at my life right now as me living on borrowed time. That's definitely a negative. Right? Well, I think it was the hose water. The hose water definitely helped get us over the hump. I mean, that's hose water and jumping over our friends with bicycles. Let's see here. There, open link in a new tab. There we go. All right. Well, I see what you're saying, Lord Spike. I get that. It's the me I'm becoming. I'm not there yet. Don't think I'll ever be. But that's just me being hard on myself. I didn't think I'd learn how to play guitar very well either, and I play okay-ish now. At least that's what the people keep telling me. Uh, yep, yep, definitely. Fragrant. That's a good word for it. Fragrant. I think iron gives you the spinach without the leafy greens. That's all I got. That's as good as that's gonna get. That was a really poor attempt at humor. Agreed. Um, I knew a long time ago that I was always going to be trying to learn new stuff. My motto became throughout my life, try and learn something new every day. Now that I'm not working, it's harder to do that, but I have the internet and a lot of time, so I still try to learn stuff. I watch a lot of documentaries on all kinds of stuff, everything from animals to medical stuff. Um, and I do that because I'm interested in it. The documentaries are soothing to me and they please my brain. Um, the third game. always, always with the one-liners, Charlie. Always. Oh, excuse me. Been no illness yet, but yeah, sometimes. I had a water. There it is. Hydration. It's important, folks. Take care of it. The hydration thing. All this talk about water, I must have needed a drink. All right. Yeah, learning who I'm becoming is quite an adventure. And talking about this is therapeutic for me. It's helping me walk through it. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I'm terrified. I don't know what's coming tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up breathing again tomorrow. Um, I've done a lot of things in my life to make things come down. Oh, neat. I'll have to give that a try. Thank you, Mark. Open that link in a new tab. There we go. Um, well, it's cooling off outside now. And it was hot in here earlier. I opened up my door, and yeah, that was about 30 minutes ago, and yeah, it's chilly, chilly, chilly. That's all I can do is one day at a time, and some days are better than others. And my days are certainly much better now than they were before. Hey, Emperism. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you here. I do think darkness in that respect is like a comforting blanket for me. I do prefer that type, to explore. Now, if I'm going to the beach and I'm going to see a new trip, well, I want to see that in the daytime, not the dark. At least the first time, anyway. So, oh, oh my goodness. Man, all the cool kids are here. You guys probably don't want to look at my water cup. Let's put it over here so we don't have to look at that. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to make my keyboard stop doing that fade across thing. Gotten used to it now. I tried the key thing that says light. I can make them dimmer and brighter, but I don't know how to change them, and I just don't care. Um, you know, it can breathe or wave or whatever it is doing there. Yeah, pretty much the way I feel too. It really is. Um, I wake up thankful when I do wake up. Um, yeah, I like that new release, MP. That was really good. You're always putting out such cool stuff. Uh, Definitely. I've been working on my notes. I'm trying to stop thinking about fret positions, fret numbers, and replacing the seventh fret on the third string to a note, and then naming that note. So that one thing I've discovered through this guitar journey of mine. Uh, yep, mine will do that to me too. Um, M E. Is there a punchline to that, Charlie, or is that a typo, or is that something that you're going to explain? Because right now I'm looking at try the Epley maneuver. It works for me. Uh, Epley, little hint. Oh, I have to look that up. Epley maneuver. Okay. We go over here. As long as we're sharing information, I got some videos to watch anyway. Epley, Epley maneuver. So I'm reading. That's a wow. I will try this. I've never tried this before. I've never heard of this before. Present. I'm sure that everybody here's got the internet, and you can all go look it up. But here's a thing that I found right there, sharing that there. Yeah, you can look over there and see that that's pretty cool. Can I make this? I'll make it bigger. Yeah, here. You guys, there's the pictures. Okay, that's how you. That's what it says down here. So there it goes, right there. I hope you can. I hope you guys can read that now. Huh. Well, that's good information. Thank you, Charlie. Um, and I just put in Epley maneuver and brought it up, so you guys can find that anywhere out there. There you go. Mark's got. Look at that. Mark just does everything. He's just cool. Thanks. Appreciate that, Mark. I was gonna do that, but now I'm not. Now I'm not gonna do it because you already did it. See, that's how that's gonna work. Thank you, Mark. Look, I only got one job here, and it's hard to make me look good doing that. So when you take part of that job, it makes me look pretty bad. Just saying. Kidding. Exactly. Exactly. Because that's the only thing you're guaranteed this moment right here. That's it. If you intook a breath and heard a word, that moment was successful, and you can mark that one in the books. But the next one might not be that way. So I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn once. But yes, and that is good advice. I try and be happy with. I was going to say my lot in life, but that's not exactly true because I'm trying to change my lot, uh, or improve it. But I'm happy for what I have now. I'm happy that I found this community, this internet. If you'd have told me even even 5 years ago that I was going to care about people that I never met or people that I've only talked to in chats, and care about their lives and their triumphs and their sorrows and victories and defeats and the whole 9 yards, and be affected by them in such a positive manner that I have been, I'd have told you you're nuts, because I don't. I'd have told you something to the effective, because I don't give a fuck anyway. I don't give a fuck about people. I don't care what people think. And I didn't then. But I was an incredibly bitter, still very angry, disillusioned human being, that was incredibly depressed and in denial in many ways. So, it made the world a bit smaller. It complicated in its own way, too. There's problems that come along with every good thing or every positive thing that can happen. There are those negatives that'll come out of it as well. And there's, once again, my negative thinking. I can't not do that. That's something I'm trying to work on. Is my brain automatically taking me to worst case scenario, worst possible outcome, lowest common denominator? I don't have to always know that. Good question, Lord Spike. My definition of negative thinking is anything that's self defeating, manipulative, or mean spirited. Um, and in my case, it can mean all of those things, but the context I'm using it in right now is me having a generally negative outlook on life, um, because of my depression, because of my experiences, because of my overbearingness on myself, those type of things. But uh, that's uh, that's the context of what I'm saying. Ha ha ha. That's the context I mean when I'm saying negative thinking. I hope that explains it well enough. I both agree and disagree with that, Preston, and not in a terrible way. Um, I I give respect, yes, but I also expect it in return, And if it's not reciprocated, it's withdrawn. You no longer have my respect. And then you would have to earn it back if it's even possible to do that. Trust is the same way with me. Um, when I first meet you and we're talking and with me, we're talking this and that, I trust what you're saying and I trust what you're doing at pretty much face value. You know, I mean, if you tell me that you were, once a concubine of the Queen of England, I'm probably going to question you on that. But be that as it may, give you the benefit of the doubt and listen to what you have to say. But if I find out that you did lie or embellish the truth, it's going to be very, very difficult to regain my trust. So, oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with you. Yes. I'm with you. Yes. First impressions. Absolutely. Yes. On first impression, yes. I give you my respect. And then if you prove I shouldn't have, I'll have no problem taking it back. So, oh boy. Yeah, that's a tough one. And you're under no onus to forgive anyone. You certainly don't have to. But I spent a good portion of my life lying. Um, Lied to my ex-wife, lied to my children, lied to myself, lied to my neighbors. Um, I lived a lie. I quite literally lived a lie and was miserable for it. So I am a liar. Now, even up till about 5 years ago, I wasn't being completely transparent with my life, or at least I wasn't making all the effort I could to be transparent with my life. There were still a lot of things I didn't admit to or didn't want to take responsibility for. And about 5 years ago, that changed. And now I feel completely different about it. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's some people that I just don't want in my life. 100% true. Um, Old friend of mine, he's no longer a friend, but at the time was. I still know and talk to his sister, and it complicates my relationship with her because he's a non-person in my life because of what he's done in the past, and that is 100. Um, but about 5 years ago, I decided to become transparent about as much as I possibly could within reason. I'm not going to walk around and say, "Oh, hey, lady, did you know I was just picturing you naked?" Okay, that's just stupid and mean and ridiculous. Not what we're talking about here. But I don't, as evidenced here, I take responsibility for my actions. I didn't talk about this to people in general. Anybody can hear this. Anybody can come see this. I'm not a hard person to find. Um, I'm not doing this to get a pat on the back. I'm not doing this because I'm crazy. I'm doing this because I'm hoping that there's a person out there somewhere that'll see this and go, from either side, whether you were a victim or an abuser or still are. You might go, well, there's another side to this that I maybe didn't see. I'm not excusing the abuse that I put out. That is not excusing it. It's simply saying that it happened. Yeah, but unfortunately, I didn't live my life that way. And most of humanity does not live their life that way. Um, but yeah, I do the same thing, Lord Spike. I just cancel people out. It's just easier to. I don't hate them. I don't waste energy hating them or wishing ill on them. Um, that's what it's about. That's what it's about, Lord Spike. Yeah, I suppose. I just don't want to disregard what the universe has given me. I feel like on the negative side that I'm living on borrowed time. I probably should have died years ago, based on how I've lived my life, things that I've done, health wise. Um, yeah, we get so soon old and yet so late smart. I love that quote. Yeah, no one beats the clock. We can try, but and that's what I'm saying. By saying I'm on borrowed time, it doesn't mean I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. It means I feel like I've wasted a lot of previous time with negative energy and thinking errors and being abusive and all the things that I've done in the past. Now I'm trying to get to a different place in my life where I can just feel like I'm an okay human being. My motto being, thank you, Imagine Dragons. It's okay to be not okay. Uh, Today is not as okay as others have been. I just haven't felt good. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Um, and yeah, I that fits into it. It's raining in your shower. Kiora, brother. Kiora. Raining in your shower. But wait a minute. Did you take me in the shower with you? Bro, that's a little weird. We might have to have a little heart to heart about shower times. But I'm joking. Um, accept it and let's get on with it. Oh my goodness. Well, I do feel better than when I started on this, although my stomach is still upset. But psychologically, I feel better. So it's good to see you, Auntie Hat Jack. Anyway, I thought maybe if you got this thing here. Agreed. Agreed, Lord Spike. Agreed. Uh, oh my goodness. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I don't know if I can or not, but we're going to try. In the kindest way possible. Yes. Agreed. Definitely. Agreed. What happens? Sure. Yeah. Is it this one? A thank. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. I had. Where'd it go? Who stole my pick? You stole my pick? This thing work? Pause that. There we go. Yeehaw! So, I tuned the guitar and warmed up a little bit. Pretty good. I don't know what happened with my pick. Oh, right there. You know why I couldn't find it? Because I put it down here instead of over there where it belongs. Take care, Lord Spike. Thank you for being here. I'm about ready to roll this up anyway. Just wanted to play a little bit for you guys. Just because I feel better. And you guys are partially responsible for me feeling better. So, excuse me. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Go find another live to watch or play my guitar some more. Maybe I'll go to sleep. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not very tired, but we'll see how that turns out. I want to thank you all for being here. I can't say how much I appreciate the Charlie Brown teacher voices. Yeah. Yeah, I got that. 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 Anyway, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for hanging out, um, giving me your input, talking to me about the things you believe and the things you don't believe. That's what this is for. It's an open discussion. It's me talking about me, but the responses I get from you is well worth it. So, oh my goodness, I'm the Falcro, making it one mistake at a time.